Hey guys, Camfrey15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another Black Clover manga chapter review for you guys. As we are continuing on with the story, Asta has finally returned to help Ichika and the other Ryuzu 7 members against the Paladins, Sister Lily and the other Paladins. And today's chapter was just interesting, and seemingly enough, it looks like Asta has his comeback. Now I know the chapter came out yesterday, um, and I didn't get it up. I was debating after my day, um, because I like to do DoorDash on the side just to make a little extra quick buck. Um, I practically DoorDashed the entire day alongside watched the football game, the playoff football games yesterday. So the best I could do was get up My Hero Academia, their manga chapter for yesterday. So today for me, it's just gonna be like a bunch of recording a bunch of animes that I missed over the weekend because I was busy, and then freaking getting them up on YouTube as quick as I possibly can. So yes, this is one of the videos y'all obviously seen, Black Clover. Simple as that. Black Clover was, I thought, a good chapter today because we kind of finally get Asta now realizing, now not hesitating anymore, just now fully going into what he needs to go into to defeat his enemies. So we start the chapter off. Sister Lily is obviously shocked that Asta is still alive and that, he is all the way out there pretty much. Now, Libe and Asta have an inner dialogue with themselves, and they go on to say it's the same kind of transformation magic. It's an enemy spell. Now, Libe makes a mention like the person in front of them looks like it is Ichika's relative, but the thing is, it's still an illusion. Now, Asta goes on to say there's no way anybody could corner Ichika into a fair fight. Now we see how the beast magic dude, or the beast magic paladin, he goes on to say the human hearts are weak, and that goes for your skills too. She's shaking in her shoes. She can't fight properly. I heard she was one of this land's strongest, and yet she was pathetic. Even watching that was painful. So practically, this guy is saying like, listen, everybody has a fear which makes them tremble in fear. There's always something about somebody. Like I have my deepest and darkest fears. You may have your deepest and darkest fears. Those fears become a reality. Are they even hell? They become an illusion. You'll be afraid. And to me, from her personal point of view, if she's supposed to be this great warrior of this country, just seeing her break down and damn near, or I guess you could say become weak. Well, I thought it was funny. I thought it was pretty pathetic on her case. And, that's kind of the thing. And even the dude's like, yeah, look, all humans feel fear about something, even you. And the thing, he uses his magic to manifest what Asta's fear is, and Asta's fear is practically himself, and the himself is saying, I can't become the Wizard King. And pretty much the dude is, what you're scared of is yourself. Scared of, what you're scared of is yourself. What's with you? I'll set you free. Diane set Master Lucius protection. Now Asa goes on to say, I didn't see it. I was being careful not to. I don't have the kind of talent Yuno does. He goes on to say, what am I scared of is my own weak self. And we see Asta, he just cuts that fake illusion of himself in half, and everything. He goes on to say, I just got back from slashing up my own weaknesses. Now this shocks Ichika and everything. And we see Mushio Gatake show up, and he's like, while that idiot was training with us, he actually found it. What he was missing in his own answer. And he goes on to say, don't have talent, but that's why I must get stronger. Work hard to make it happen. Study, gain experience, do more than the geniuses who already has what it takes. And in that panel where it said that you have like guys like Noel's family, Mary Leona, Yami and everything. The manga goes on to say, since Asta doesn't have talent, I don't have time to hesitate. I got no time to be afraid. Just get stronger so I can win, so I can protect, so I can save. If you lose to somebody, get stronger than that guy. Then never lose to them again, and keep on getting stronger. That's the kind of wizard king you want to be. Determined to become the strongest. So practically, the thing is with Asta here, he overcame his weaknesses of his own self-doubt that he's not, because the whole thing, he was doubting himself, the fact that a few chapters ago he was doubting himself, the fact like maybe would have been the person that could have saved Sister Lily and defeated Lucius, while I'm just a guy with no magic who can't do this, with no talent like that, who can't do this. So pretty much, the thing with Oz is, even though he doesn't have magic and he's at a disadvantage compared to other people, the one thing that makes him great is obviously his strength and his determination to push over. This is like some sports shit right here, because I'm a sports guy. You may not be, if you play high school, or if you play youth sports, you may not be talented enough like, say, another kid may be, who's just athletically gifted in talent and everything. Or actually, instead of you, let's use the high school comparison. So you may say, I played football in high school. You may be a football player, and you may not be as athletic as athletically gifted as, say, maybe your team's best player. Your team's best player is the guy that typically gets all the headlines, and he's the one talking to the media and everything, and he's probably the one in the newspapers always getting talked about, and stuff like that. And he's getting all the offers and things like that. And meanwhile, you may be somebody that, okay, you're a solid player, but you're not on the caliber of that. And in some cases, some players can have doubts like that, like, why can't I get to that? Why can't I get to that guy? Why can't I become a great player that gets these offers, that shocks the world and is like one of the top players in the nation? But even then, if you put in the hard work and the determination and you hone your craft, you will become a better player. Your technique, your fundamentals, your skills, they will be better. They will get better over time. And it just comes down to hard work and determination and a will to wanting to be better than what you were, say, the previous day. And that's what pretty much is Asta's whole thing. Yes, he doesn't have magic, but the thing that makes him strong, is himself, and that's the fact that he has to put in the time and the effort. He has to go above and beyond other, magic knights, because he doesn't have magic, and he is a little bit deficient with all that and everything. He has to go above and beyond to be the strongest. He has to go on, and we've seen this whole thing with Asta's whole story from the very start of since chapter 1. Even we see how, like, outside the fact that he had magic, he always worked out, he always trained, and at least increased his physical strength to give him maybe a punching chance. And then obviously when he had anti-magic, you add that with his physical tools right then and there, he's honestly pretty much, I guess you could say, a freak of nature. But you see the steps that Asta has to do compared to, say, somebody like a Yuno or a Yami who already has magic at their disposal. He has to work a lot harder to get to where he wants to be at, which is to be the Wizard King. And that's, like I said, sometimes players that put in the time, put in the hard work, they can end up becoming superstar players. It's, those stories are told over and over and over again, not only in the NFL, but not only in the NFL, but the NBA, the MLB, NHL, other sports and things like that. Sometimes you see these great players, they have their backstory of, like, well, they just worked at their craft. They weren't good when they started off, but they worked their craft. They took time, they developed, they put their time into the gym, and everything. They got strong in the weight room, yada yada yada. And guess what? They're a great player because they put that time in. They worked extra hard than, say, somebody that was probably already established. That, guess what? Maybe I'm not saying somebody that's already established and really good just they just take days off and everything. They still work their tails off as well, but maybe they don't work out as hard as much as the next guy. So yeah. Anyways, this shocks the paladin with the beast magic and everything. So he goes on to pretty much use. He pretty much goes on to fight Asta because he's like, okay, these illusions are not going to work on him. So he uses an attack called Beast Magic Holy Hunting. And he's just like, and it looks like he's like bouncing around all over the place and everything. And he goes on to say, a human can never be a match for a paladin, let alone Master Lucius. And then Asta just takes a deep breath, and then he lowers his sword and everything. He goes on. Asta goes on to say, "I train with you, Reason 7." The Paladin goes on to say, "If this attack hits you, you'll die instantly." And the thing is, Asta says, "Well, now that I trained, I can now see where this guy is moving now." So Asta looks over his head. He does a slash, and he uses Zetin. This shocks Ichika because she's like seeing this for the first time of Asta using Zetin completely. Everything. It defeats the Beast Magic Paladin, and Ichika goes on to say, the enemy's Yorioku changed. No, it actually reverted back to itself. So Asta looks to have changed this beast user back to his regular self before Lucius turned him to a paladin. And let me get. I keep forgetting his damn name. Mushogatake. He goes on to say, I bet he only slashed the magic of the paladin or whatever that thing was. The idiot was just overthinking it. It doesn't matter how incredible the spell is. All he had to do is spot the moment it's cast. After all, anti-magic erases magic. His anti-magic is Zentin, or his anti-magic Zetin lets him move after his opponents tip their hand and win no matter what. It's the ultimate counter-strike, and the chapter pretty much ends off with Asta declaring to Sister Lily that, "Sister, I will save you now." So pretty much he's gonna do his hardest to turn her back to normal using Zetin. So far it's looking really good on Asta's standpoint and everything. Now, again, it'll be a question to see if there's gonna be any plot twist or something like that, but it seems like Asta is strong enough and he's ready enough to more than likely go back to the Clover Kingdom, and defeat Lucius. Now, I still think we got to see what's going on in the Clover Kingdom. It's been a while since, it's been actually a pretty long time. Like, we actually need to see what the hell's going on in the Clover Kingdom, with our Clover Kingdom characters and everything, because I've been wanting to see, okay, what's going on with that side of the whole aspect, but we'll see. But I thought it was a solid chapter, Black Clover. Again, I apologize for, oh god, my dog, she farted. She must need to use the restroom. Yeah, the thing is, that's kind of the thing. So, solid chapter of Black Clover. I'm gonna get out of here so I can go take my dog outside to use the restroom. Put in the comment section your thoughts, as well as hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Black Clover content or any other anime or manga content I upload to the channel. Till then, guys, catch you guys later. Peace.